The mystery surrounding the tragic death of Chinese actor Menglong has taken another breathtaking turn. For months, speculation swirled around his final moments in that ninth-floor Beijing hotel room. His trembling voice note, the muffled argument, the cryptic message, "I didn't jump." But just when the noise began to quiet, a new storm has erupted. Last night, an insider leaked what they claimed to be unreleased CCTV footage from the hotel's security system, footage that captures the 3 minutes leading up to Yu's fatal fall. The video, grainy yet hauntingly clear in parts, has already been viewed by millions. What it reveals has left fans, investigators, and even former colleagues speechless. According to multiple sources close to the investigation, the footage was not included in the official police report. It was flagged as corrupted, said one anonymous technician who once worked for the hotel's security department. But it wasn't corrupted. It was hidden. The moment that changed everything. The clip begins at 11:56 p.m., roughly 4 minutes before Yu's body was discovered. The camera faces a narrow hallway, illuminated by cold fluorescent light. At the far end, room 909, Menglong's suite, stands partially visible. The first frame shows Yu himself stepping briefly into the hallway, barefoot, wearing a white t-shirt and dark pants. He appears tense, glancing both ways, as though waiting for someone. Then, in a gesture that has broken hearts across the internet, he presses his hand against the wall, trembling. For a moment, he looks toward the elevator, then back into the room. He hesitates. Then he speaks. There's no audio, but lip readers and online experts have tried to interpret his words. The most repeated theory. He said, "We shouldn't be doing this." Seconds later, another shadow appears at the far end of the hall, tall, broad-shouldered, wearing a hoodie and baseball cap. The man walks toward Yu slowly. Yu turns sharply, startled. The figure reaches him, and the two exchange what looks like a heated conversation. At 11 hours, 57 minutes, and 20 seconds, Yu steps backward into the room. The other man follows. The door closes. That is the last time Menglong is seen alive. What happened behind the door? For months, investigators claimed no cameras captured who entered or exited the suite before Yu's fall. Now, the world knows that wasn't entirely true. 3 minutes after the door closed, movement appears again, but this time, it's from inside the room. A faint flicker of light, possibly the reflection from a phone, is visible through the gap beneath the door. Then, a sound. Though the hallway has no audio, technicians claim that synchronized data from another camera caught faint vibrations, consistent with raised voices. And then, silence. At 12 a.m., a flash of movement near the window in room 909 appears on an external-facing camera. The curtains shift violently. A figure, believed to be Yu, collapses through the air. The feed cuts. The file that wasn't supposed to exist. Who leaked the footage? Why now? Sources within the Beijing hotel claim a maintenance worker discovered a backup of the video last week while upgrading the building's network drives. There were 2 folders, the worker told reporters. One labeled incident_909_official and another marked internal. The second one contained the clip. It had been locked under administrator access. The video was reportedly transferred onto a USB drive and shared with a former employee, who then forwarded it to a journalist under the pseudonym Blue Lantern. Within 48 hours, it went viral. "This changes everything," said investigative reporter Li Fian, who has covered a case since Yu's death. If this footage was withheld, it raises serious questions about who had access to the hotel's security system and why parts of it were concealed. Someone wanted the world to believe Yu was alone. But the video proves otherwise. The shadowed figure. The man in the hoodie has not yet been identified. However, forensic video experts have enhanced several frames to reveal partial details. The shoes appear to be designer sneakers, black with a gold logo on the side. Several fans immediately linked this description to photos of Du Chong, Yu's rumored business rival, who was last seen wearing similar footwear at a music event in Beijing days before Yu's death. Du Chong has denied all involvement, claiming through his lawyer that he was not in Beijing that night. Yet flight logs show that someone using his ID checked into a flight from Shanghai to Beijing the morning before the incident. When pressed for comment, authorities declined to confirm whether Du is now considered a person of interest. The emotional fallout. The release of the footage has reopened old wounds. Fans have flooded social media with tributes and anger, demanding a full reinvestigation. Hashtags like #Menglong CCTV and #3 minutes before the fall have trended across Weibo, TikTok, and YouTube. One fan account wrote, "He looked scared, not suicidal. He was waiting for help, not death." Outside the hotel, a crowd gathered overnight, lighting candles and projecting the phrase, "We saw the truth," onto the building's facade. The scene mirrored earlier vigils, but felt heavier, more defiant. Menglong's mother released a short message through her attorney. "I have seen the footage. My heart is broken all over again. My son did not fall alone." Her statement went viral within minutes, gathering millions of likes and comments. Investigators cornered. Meanwhile, the pressure on local authorities has intensified. Independent media outlets have begun questioning inconsistencies in the initial police timeline. Why was the hallway camera labeled non-functional? Why was the footage never disclosed to the family? A whistleblower inside the department, speaking under anonymity, claimed the footage was deliberately withheld to avoid public panic. Another hinted that orders came from above, suggesting possible interference. It's a dangerous allegation, one that could topple reputations if proven true. The 3-minute mystery. Experts are now trying to reconstruct what happened inside room 909 in those 3 crucial minutes. Based on the footage, Yu seemed hesitant but not resigned. His posture shows conflict, not despair, explained body language analyst Zhang Rui. He was confronting, not surrendering. Whatever happened afterward was sudden. The idea that Yu's death was an accident, as originally claimed, now seems implausible. The leaked video, combined with the earlier voice note and missing phone evidence, forms a chilling pattern. "The truth has been there all along," said independent journalist Ming Truth, who helped expose the voice note weeks ago. "It's buried beneath lies, redacted reports, and corrupted files. But you tried to leave a trail, and now we're following it." A nation divided. As the video spreads worldwide, public opinion is fracturing. Some believe it's genuine proof of foul play. Others suspect digital manipulation. The hotel has since filed a complaint, calling the footage unverified and misleading. Yet experts who reviewed the metadata confirm the timestamps align exactly with the night of the incident. International outlets, from CNN Asia to The Guardian's Beijing bureau, have requested access to the clip for independent review. The Beijing police, under growing pressure, have announced a comprehensive internal audit. Still, skepticism remains. Many fear the truth might once again be buried beneath bureaucracy and silence. The storm ignited by the leaked CCTV footage hasn't subsided. It's only grown wilder. 3 days after the first video showing Yu Menglong in the hallway surfaced, a second angle was leaked. This one, captured from a corner surveillance camera inside the service hallway behind room 909, exposed something far more unsettling than anyone imagined. It didn't just show Yu Menglong in distress. It revealed what happened in the 17 seconds missing from the original hallway clip, a gap investigators never explained. The new footage, timestamped 11:57 and 48 seconds p.m., begins with Yu backing into his room, visibly agitated. His hands are raised slightly, palms open, not in aggression but in fear. Then, that same shadowed figure in the hoodie appears again, stepping closer, his posture tense, his face half hidden under the cap. This time, the camera catches a faint reflection from the man's wrist. A metallic glint. Some viewers claimed it looked like a silver bracelet, the kind Du Chong was often seen wearing in his social media posts. The 17 seconds that were missing. As Yu disappears into his suite, the camera angle shifts slightly, capturing the doorway's reflection on the opposite wall. For a brief instant, a third silhouette flashes by, smaller, quicker, almost as if someone ducked behind the half-open door. Fans online are calling her the ghost woman. Her presence has sparked endless theories. Some say she could have been a staff member, a cleaner, or perhaps someone you knew. Others insist she was part of the confrontation that spiraled out of control. The timeline is chillingly precise. At 11 hours 58 minutes and 3 seconds, the sound sensors embedded in the corridor register 2 loud vibrations, likely raised voices. At 11 hours 58 minutes and 9 seconds, a crash. At 11 hours 58 minutes and 11 seconds, silence. Then, 3 minutes later, the fatal fall. The argument heard through the wall. The hotel's neighboring guest, a traveling writer named Chen Min, came forward after seeing the second video. "I was in room 911, she told reporters in a trembling voice. "I heard a man shouting, angry, desperate. Then another voice, lower, calmer, like he was trying to control the situation. But there was a woman too. She said something like, 'It's too late now.' Then everything went quiet." Chen claims she called the front desk at 12:02 a.m., moments after hearing the commotion. But the call log from the hotel system shows no record of her report. "They erased it," she said firmly. "They didn't want anyone to know that there were 3 people in that room." Her statement sent social media into chaos. Within hours, the hashtag 3inroom909 hit over 200 million views. Fans decoding the clues. Internet sleuths, already obsessed with every frame of Yu's final moments, began dissecting the footage. Frame by frame, pixel by pixel, they tried to decode the truth. One user on Weibo, at Night Owl Forensics, uploaded a slowed version of the hallway video and spotted what looked like a faint red smear on the wall just outside room 909, possibly a handprint. Another user claimed they enhanced the audio using spectral filters and picked up a single faint word from the vibration data. Stop. And then came the most shocking theory, that Menglong might have been trying to record the entire encounter himself. Fans noticed a small reflection from his hand when he stepped backward into the room. Was he holding his phone? Could that be the same phone authorities later claimed was too damaged to retrieve data from? If true, that phone could hold everything: the voices, the argument, the last seconds before the fall. The silent witness. Meanwhile, a whistleblower who claims to be a former hotel employee dropped an anonymous message to a local blog. The post read simply, "There was another camera inside room 909. Hidden. Not part of the official system. Someone installed it earlier that day." The internet exploded. People began theorizing that the hidden camera was set up for blackmail, or perhaps to record a meeting that was never supposed to happen. A few hours later, the post vanished, deleted along with the entire blog. But screenshots had already spread across every major platform. The insider's account. Then came the bombshell. A hairstylist named Lin Tao, who had worked with Yu on his last drama series, gave an interview that sent chills through everyone watching. "I saw him 2 days before it happened," Lin said. "He was nervous. He told me he was meeting someone who had information that could clear his name. He said, 'If something happens to me, check my phone.' Those were his words." Fans quickly connected Lin's statement to the alleged evidence recovered from Yu's phone, messages and recordings that authorities claimed were corrupted. Now, they're demanding the files be publicly released. The shocking detail in the new clip. As journalists and fans rewatched the leaked footage, a terrifying discovery was made. At 11:59 and 47 seconds p.m., just before the window curtains move, the man in the hoodie turns sharply, as if startled. His body shifts, his arm raises slightly, and then something flies past the camera frame. Slow down, the object looks small and rectangular, possibly a phone. It hits the opposite wall and falls out of view. Was Menglong trying to throw his phone to someone? Was he recording and attempting to send proof before it was too late? Within seconds, the movement stops. Then comes the fall. The hotel's strange response. As pressure builds, the hotel has gone into lockdown. No staff are allowed to speak to the media, and the general manager reportedly resigned just hours after the new video surfaced. Insiders say the security server that stored Yu's footage has now been confiscated by federal investigators. Yet, an anonymous IT technician told a local paper that a backup copy of the full security feed exists, and that it shows even more: a figure leaving the room after the fall, walking calmly down the back stairwell, holding what appears to be a phone. The emotional aftermath. Outside the hotel, hundreds of fans have gathered again, leaving letters, flowers, and pictures of Yu Menglong smiling, not the tragic figure from the videos, but the vibrant actor everyone once loved. Many are chanting his words from his last interview. The truth always finds a way to shine. His mother, appearing on live broadcast for the first time since the new footage dropped, was visibly shaken. "My son was trying to tell the world something," she said through tears. "He wasn't running from life. He was running from someone." Her statement reignited the movement for justice. The case reopened. Late last night, Beijing authorities officially announced that the case has been reopened under a new task force. For the first time, they acknowledged that key evidence may have been overlooked. Investigators are now analyzing both CCTV clips, digital backups, and hotel communication logs. Private experts have been called in to verify the authenticity of the footage and track down the unknown figures seen in the videos. The countdown to the truth. Every second of Yu Menglong's final minutes now matters. Every sound, reflection, and shadow is being studied, dissected, magnified. But amid all the chaos, one chilling reality stands out. Yu Menglong's fall was not just a tragedy. It was a cover-up unraveling. And now, with the public demanding answers, the truth, buried for months, is clawing its way to the surface. Whatever the footage reveals next could either clear Yu Menglong's name forever, or expose the darkest secret the entertainment world has ever tried to hide.